It's a little wild.
Nice. Well, hopefully that's a good thing, right?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so.
Good.
Welcome. Happy Thursday. Will, how's everything going?
Good. Lots of things going on at FlutterFlow. New community forum, new perks program, new features, new FlutterFlow developer conference. We are rocking and rolling within the FlutterFlow ecosystem. Right?
Yep. Yep. Totally,
Yes.
dude. Totally. You know
Yes.
what?
What
Hey,
about you?
I told you I want to put you on the spot, but do you want to like go over the community? I mean, I don't know. Like most of our guys are and
Sure.
girls that join.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like pretty heavy users, and maybe you could just
Definitely
go
do
over
that.
like the top highlights of it.
Definitely do that. Yeah.
But yeah, also in
I can.
response, my week's
Yeah.
going
Me too.
great. So
Good.
enjoying it.
Good.
Yeah,
Getting
catching up. Catching
getting
up.
through the middle of summer here. It's going really fast. It feels like I can't believe
Oh
we're already what
my god.
7 months into the year.
It's
Like,
wild.
oh my gosh.
Like it's wild. Yeah, like how has the year like who turned up the
Uh,
time warp, you
true,
know?
true, true. Good
What is it?
morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. Thanks
Nice.
everybody for joining. This is great. So, we enjoy doing this stuff. We have
Yeah,
some fun things to sort of go over. Um,
for sure.
yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
cool.
but I can definitely go over the community if you want. We can do it
Yep.
later. We can do it now.
Yeah, that would be
Um,
sick.
okay,
I think that would be really cool.
cool. Yeah, I can quickly share my screen and
Yeah.
show that real quick.
I'm just gonna
Do it.
try to re-up my cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
See my screen?
great.
Nice.
Hand it over to you.
Yeah, so we have quite the new community forum in terms of features that are available, in terms of just all sorts of things. This is the link to the community forum. It's community.flutterflow.io. It's going to be the same link as the previous community. Note at any point, you still can go to the legacy community. We haven't shut that down. We paused posting, but you can still visit that by clicking the legacy button here or just by adding legacy hyphen before that community.flutterflow.io. So I know we've had a lot of complaints about broken links. That is something we're working on fixing. But if you ever visit a broken link, just note you can add that little tag at the beginning of the URL, legacy and then hyphen, and ideally that post should still exist, just in case. So here's the
Cool.
here's the home. We have a lot of things on the home. Any new announcements, popular spaces, kind of a leaderboard. So these are the people you could go to that we might see as like experts in the community, right? That are posting a lot. We have questions of the day, recent FlutterFlow updates, all sorts of different things here. New community members, community spotlight. But really, you can jump into different things, right? So your get started is just some key resources, right? So navigating around the community forum, troubleshooting guides, FlutterFlow University. Then we
Nice.
jump into announcements. And these are just general FlutterFlow announcements. These aren't the feature updates. That's in the what's new section.
Cool.
These are different things, right? Like the survey, the perks program.
FFDC probably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where all these announcements will go. One thing I would recommend doing, turning on notifications for this, right? Because you'll just get an email every time we put a new announcement out.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah, what's new is pretty cool. Articles and videos. This is kind of a nice split. So any of those content creators out there, if any of you are content creators, we encourage you. Oh, I'll go ahead and check that actually. But we encourage you to post in the community content. I think it's a me problem, not a.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll check that. But we encourage you to post here because again, like we want to see the content you're putting out, and other people do too. So community content versus like official FlutterFlow content. Any jobs as well. So we even have jobs
Cool.
at FlutterFlow, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
If you're
come on.
interested in joining the FlutterFlow team, we have jobs listed here. Intros, make sure to introduce yourself. Ask the community is a big one, right? This is where like you are going to go for any core question about FlutterFlow. So we have
Yeah.
it broken up here to different, titles and descriptions. So the key differentiator between the old community and the new one, we have resources here, but we also have resolved and unresolved. So love that because now I can quickly, have a question about documentation, all the links are here, but I can also see the most upvoted resolved questions. So ideally, we're going to, over time, see, questions that are being asked a lot.
Yep.
You'll easily be able to find the answer to, but also it helps the FlutterFlow team see where can we improve things, where can we improve documentation, where can we improve the product, and that is a perfect
Yep.
transition to the wish list too, right?
Oh yeah, come on.
So
Please,
this is a big
everybody,
one.
go
Yeah,
to the wish list. Go to the wish
for
list.
sure.
There's a few in there that we really need. Rich text editor, please everybody upvote that. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah,
Drag and
there's some
drop,
great ones. Yeah,
please.
drag and drop in here.
Foreground
There's
push
some.
notifications, please, please, please go upvote right now. Drag and drop sortable list right now. Go everybody. We have 26 on. Hey, we can
Nice.
double that.
Wow, look at this one. Ready? Should I do it? Should I do
Yes.
it? Should I do it? Ready? Edit post. Status.
Oh, come on.
In beta.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Hey.
minute. So
What?
this is exactly what we're talking about, right? Like we can see things that people are requesting and ideally, work on those. So not only like newest, it's fun to go through here. I think we've had over 200 requests.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Padding set by variable.
Yep.
So there's a ton in here. Community showcase. Make sure to showcase what you're building. We want to see your apps. We want to see your custom code.
Yep.
Also, for our community members, if you're hosting a FlutterFlow live stream, a community get together, please post it here. We encourage you to do so in the upcoming community events. Right? You can just go in here, add an event, and allow people to RSVP and see what's going on.
Yep.
So lastly, we got discussions. Two key things I want to point out. It's really fun to customize your profile. So like we encourage you as well, customize your profile because this is where people ideally are going to go to. If you're trying to sell your services on FlutterFlow, right? Like as an agency or an expert, write about it here, right? It's the perfect opportunity to. And then one quick thing that we are working on that I just wanted to showcase too is we have the.
And Kevin, we'll address some of the comments that are coming in
Nice.
right after Will's done. So.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm flying through this. Just trying to
You're
go
good,
quick.
dude. This is great.
We're also working. We have the current FlutterFlow Discord. We were going to shut that down. We made the decision to keep that, and we're going to most likely integrate, the Mr. FlutterFlow bot. We're working on an agreement there to ideally add that to the server. But also note that we're working on a brand new layout, a true FlutterFlow Discord server, properly created, right, with rules. We're going to have these announcements and what's new automatically pulled from the community forum. So if you're an avid Discord user, you can kind of stick over there, as well as to ask the community. So we're going to actually utilize the.
Oh, dude, sorry, I need to share your screen.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
No worries. We're actually going to utilize the new forum capabilities of Discord, right? So just like the community forum, you'll be able to go in here on Discord and ask action and logic questions, auth questions, and you can mark them as, resolved, unresolved, search for them. So we essentially have two community forums now. We have the core community forum, we have that Discord side. So again, this is something to look out for too if you're an avid Discord user. So definitely continuing to improve the community overall where we can.
Sick, dude. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, I just want to answer a few questions. Thank you for showcasing that, Will, first of all. Also, we had one, how to join the community. If you want to touch on that, and then I'll touch on some of the other ones, some of the questions.
Yeah.
We'll dive into.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
To join the community, all you have to do for the community.flutterflow.io, log into FlutterFlow. You'll be on the dashboard. Go ahead and click on the resources tab on the left side menu, and then you should see FlutterFlow Community. You'll just click that button. It'll automatically create an account or log you in via SSO with the FlutterFlow credentials for your current account.
Sick.
So ideally you'll be logged in, ready to go. And then in terms of Discord, we'll work on adding that back into FlutterFlow that was removed, as we thought we were going to be removing the Discord server. But again, we are working on changing that, and then we'll add it back.
Cool. Perfect. And then one other, so, Burr over here is asking API backend versus Firebase backend, which route is better with FlutterFlow. I sort of agree with Daniel and Carol. I prefer Firebase just because a lot of things are natively integrated. But I know many of our enterprise use cases, larger businesses, use the APIs. And if you use Xano, use APIs, et cetera, et cetera. So they're both pretty powerful. Again, I prefer Firebase because I'm not a developer, and it's easier for me to hook up everything and get everything to work and push notifications sort of like out of the box, which is sick. Also, what we're going to be going over today, more or less what we're going to be going over today. So sick, sweet, awesome. Also, Kevin had asked less splash, more or less splash, more splash, less flash, something like that. He was wondering what that was referring to. So I will share my screen. I'm going to drag this video stuff over on my monitor, and I'll drag my actual stuff over here.
And one thing I do want to touch on, the API backend versus Firebase backend. We are extending capabilities of other backend solutions. So one thing I would encourage you to do in that wish list section of the current community, make sure if you're interested in using a third-party backend solution, there's not only one signal for push notifications, but we also have Okta listed there for authentication, which Okta is a very popular auth tool. So if you're interested in third-party auth, third-party push notifications, make sure to go and upvote those.
Cool. Awesome. So more splash, less flash. We have some updated, this is in beta. This will be launched later this week, hopefully, as long as we get testing done, maybe on Monday. But you have minimum duration for your splash screen. And then you also have the ability to disable this on web. And then we have a preloader color as well. Opens, there's a brief, typically less than 500 millisecond empty screen as the Flutter engine loads. Whoa, okay. Nice. This is great. Because like if you load your app, typically there's a white screen that just appears, right? Like half a second, no prob, but still it's like a little annoying. You can just set that loader screen here. That's pretty cool. Also, if you guys have animations on your preloader screen or whatever, or on your splash screen, you could set the minimum duration. I think it decreases user experience in most use cases, but this was a request by multiple users, so this is what we added. Also, there's a neat little feature coming. I don't know. I've never run into this, but a lot of enterprise clients really like this. We have a scroll bar theme. Okay, this is like a small little user experience update. You could set the thumb color of the scroll bar, the thickness. Oh, come on. All right, yeah, I will definitely really enjoy this. Border radius.
I like that you can keep it on. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm gonna hide our pictures too, so that way they can see the other settings.
Are we always?
But you can keep it on, which that's amazing for a web experience, I would say, because now web you can keep that scroll bar visible.
Yep. Wow, this is sort of cool. Okay, all right. Well, we'll just play around with it. I'm gonna do that. Let's see if we have. Oh, we have the scroll bar. Yeah. Okay. Whoa! Come on. Got a preview right here. Down here. Oh, this is great. This is really great. All right. Big win. Small win, I guess. Small win. Big experience update. Cool. So I wanted to go over, CRM template because I have Firebase hooked up to this, and I wanted to go over a common UI, well, really a common UX practice within applications in general. And it's this idea that a user can define settings for themselves. These settings could be a theme, right? You could personalize the colors of the app if you wanted to. So you could have colors associated with your account or a local state, right? Or an app state, I guess. I would say associate those colors with yourself. You could also have settings for like notifications. So I could have 3 toggles for push notifications, in-app notifications, email notifications, right? In SaaS products, this is very common. And I just wanted to go through how you could set that up in FlutterFlow, both in the UI, in Firebase, and then in the Action Flow editor. So I'm using the CRM template, and we have an edit profile page here. So essentially what we want to do is want to add a few settings to our user profile. First one will be allow push notifications. Okay, this one's going to be a Boolean. Allow in-app notifications. Notifications. All right, I can spell. I'm good at spelling. And then maybe allow email notifications. And for kicks and giggles, if we can get around to this, we'll go ahead and say primary user color. And we have a color right here. Oh my gosh, that's sort of cool. Maybe a secondary user color too, huh? Secondary user color. Oh, not Boolean color. All right, cool. We'll see if we get around to that. No big deal if we don't. But let's go ahead and add some switch list tiles here. All right, switch list tile. No, I don't want a switch list. I want a toggle. Come on, Andrew. Checkbox. Wait, why is... There it is. I must have grabbed the checkbox. Okay. All good. Let's go ahead and do this. And we'll just say push notifications. Allow push notifications in app. And we'll do this. Same thing. We'll say email notifications. Send users email notifications when actions are taken. Something like that. I'm not a copywriter, so yeah.
And this page was made with a template and dragging two widgets onto it. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good if you ask me, right?
Exactly.
Pretty quick.
Yeah. And then we're just gonna pretty simple. Let's see, in-app notifications. I have that. I probably bit off too much, so we won't set all of these up. I'll set one of them up. I'll set one of them up, and then we'll send it. I mean, we could do multiple conditions, I guess, so that makes sense. But let's go ahead and set these from variable. Initial value, authenticated user, allow push notifications, allow email, and in-app. Cool. Same thing, we're going to just update those records here. So when we update this page, allow push notifications, now I want to set it from a variable, a widget state. We can do switch list tile 1. We can name those for better association, but allow email. Okay, cool. Email, same thing. Oh. 2, and allow in-app notifications. Okay, we automatically rearrange. There's that. And widget state, the third one. All right, cool. All right, so we're going to update these. A user can essentially, like I said, adjust their settings for, and we could even maybe even just make this look a little better, like we'll just say notification settings here. Cool. Awesome.
That looks great.
Yeah, I think we did a decent job.
Nice.
See how it looks on mobile. Yeah.
Looks good.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna remove that padding actually.
Yeah, on the right and left.
Yeah. Just do
Yeah, I
that.
guess the cards already have padding. I didn't recognize.
Yeah. They already have.
Nice.
Sorry guys, this is just my UI brain just trying to fix these things. I love multi-select. I know we've said that before, but man alive, I like it. Cool. Awesome. So let's do that. And then let's go ahead and set up an action. This could be any action really. Let's go to our profile page. I think we have a profile details page here somewhere, user details. And then on this guy, this is actually a component, so I can use it in a mobile app, or on a mobile app, we get a page. On the desktop app, we get a modal. And I'm just wrapping that. So let's just go ahead and say, we'll add this. Okay, this leads to a create comment. This is great. This is exactly what we want. We want this create comment to send a notification to whatever user is associated with it. Let's go ahead and pass a component parameter here. We'll say user refs. And I think we could do document lists users. We should have, oh no, actually just one. We just need one. Because we're getting here from a profile page. So let's go ahead and do that same thing. We need to set this up. Edit profile. Modal user main. Yeah. Cool. I'm also setting this up for Firebase. So user ref, which is what I wanted to do. I think we showed this off maybe a couple weeks ago, and I was saying how fast it was, how responsive it was on the web, and I wanted to create a Firebase version of it with dynamic data and see how it compared. So this is basically that same. Yeah, this is the same everything, and we're getting that. So we're gonna drag in some of this information here. User ref. Let's set this up. Sorry, guys, this is sort of the nitty gritty, but it'll be good. We'll just do those. Oh, default value. I sort of like that we force people with default values now, because a lot of gray screens would happen, or a lot of like errors would happen if you didn't have a default value.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's sort of nice that we just force it and hopefully avoid some of that. So we're going to get this. We're going to pass this user ref here.
Wait, is that a new toggle, the use safe area?
Yes, it is a new toggle.
What does that do?
So on the bottom sheet, it'll basically add the safe area underneath.
So you don't have to worry about adding padding at the bottom?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about adding padding.
Wow.
So
okay, that's awesome.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I think it's gonna work.
Nice.
I think it's gonna be beneficial. And I don't know if we actually need it here, because like when I create comment, I sort of already add that. So we could, you know what, this floats at the bottom of the screen. So I think that would actually be perfect. Let's go ahead and add that. We have 44 padding. So we'll just
it might be the container.
Yeah.
Height.
We can just remove the height now. Boom.
Nice.
And this is gonna be a little guy here.
Oh, that's awesome. That would be really nice. That's always the frustration, and I feel like I change it every single time. I'm never consistent with the bottom padding that I need to add on these things.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool. So we'll respect the safe area, and then we'll get here. We're going to create a note, right? We want to remove this. Let's say create a document. We don't have a document for comments, so let's go ahead and create one. And I'm just going to say comments. Obviously, we're going to start with AI, create a collection, with comments. Including time created, owner, user ref. I wonder if I can use parentheses. User to be notified, description, and that's it. Maybe just and description. See what it gives us. Cool. Created time, user to be notified, docref user. Nice. I'm just going to remove this. I don't want that subcollection. Wish you could just delete the subcollection, but we'll just we'll delete it here.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Comments. I'm going to say owner, docref, user, user to be notified, owner, created time. Okay. Description. I think that's all we need. Just need all that. That's cool. All right. Select. We're just going to create a comment. Oh, another thing we need is time. I'm going to set up some alerts, right? Because these are notifications. So let's go ahead and set up some alerts or notifications, whatever. And I'm gonna do it with AI, but I'm gonna do less specific. I need a collection. Let's see what it gives us.
Nice.
Notification type. Interesting. Create a time. User to be notified. Nice. Owner. Description. Hey. Okay.
Nice.
Gotcha. So we have notification type down here. Interesting. All right. We're just going to insert that. We're going to remove this and the subcollection because I'll just do notification type in here. Type, and I'll just make it a string. And then I'll say, let's say, notification type, we have description, owner, created time, maybe notification title. Say that as well. We could set it. We'll have new comments. We'll have new lead assigned, stuff like that, because this is a CRM. So,
Andrew, here's a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Well, I'll turn it into a question.
Yeah.
In a different way, do you guys plan to drop doc guidelines on how to write prompts for the best results? Maybe not documentation. However, do you have any tips or like ways of writing prompts that you've seen which warrant any better results?
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like I'm terrible at that.
I think there's a fine line between writing too detailed of a prompt, I believe.
Yeah.
I think things are generally more beneficial if you can write a more broad prompt.
Yep.
And then obviously customize the page from there, right? I don't think anyone's at a stage where you'd be able to type it and it's gonna like come up with your exact vision, right? So I would say try to keep it broad when you can, not only for the collections, but also collections you could add some detail, right? If you need specific things, but as for the page designs and stuff, yeah, try to keep it a little broad.
Yeah, page designs for sure. The collections, again, like I try to write a specific thing just because it knows it's very easy and it's very fast. So like I'm going to write all that stuff anyways, but I'm going to go through 4 or 5 drop downs to get it. So whereas, when I write it with AI, I'll just do natural language, which is cool. So we have that. We'll catch it. Do this little name here. Sorry, guys. This is a lot of setup, but again, hey,
it's good.
It's how the sausage is made.
Yeah,
we get a lot of questions on how to do this stuff. So this is hopefully beneficial. So we need to pass the data from this, right? We're clicking into the user screen, and we need to open. Oh, what is that? Block. Open user details block. Oh, nice. Let's just go ahead and open that, and then let's edit it. Can we edit it? We can have it here.
A little action block. Nice.
Yeah, come on now.
Looks
Use it
pretty.
multiple places. So, now I need to action parameters. We actually need an action parameter. We've never done this before. Yeah. User ref. See this.
One of the things that we could use a action block for as well, I think we spoke about this briefly last week, I think, was for push notifications. Like a lot of times I feel like you use the same logic throughout your application. So in this case, it would be setting up, should the user get a push notification for this or not? And that is like a key point where instead of having to go and set up the conditional logic and everything every single time there's a spot where a user should be sent a push notification, you could just use that action block.
Yeah, totally. And that's sort of what we can do here. Again, I don't know if I'm going to try it right now during this hour meeting, which we have 30 minutes left on, but we could try that.
Sure.
So, cool. All right, this is going to be cool for a number of reasons, actually. We're going to show this right side panel with dynamic user information. That's cool in the list view. And then we're going to also set this up that we're actually doing. So that's cool. All right. Sweet. Perfect. Let's go back to this comment now. All of that to come back to this comment and to set up a logic flow. All right. So create a time, user to be notified, user ref, right? We're commenting to the user ref. So we're going to do that reference. Okay. And we're going to do the description here. We're going to grab it from this. And our owner is ourselves, authenticated user. And then for I think that's it for this. Cool. Let's go ahead and open this action editor and let's add a conditional action. And we're going to set the condition to be user ref, right? Has document property. Allow, let's just say, we'll do in-app notifications. I don't have push notifications set up, but allow in-app notifications, right? Equal to true. Okay. And then what we'll do, we'll set this. If it's false, we'll show a snack bar.
Nice.
I love snack bars. I love snacks. We have our nephew here visiting us, and he goes, "Knack." Points out to some fruit snacks. I'm like, my guy. We are the same.
You're like, I'm gonna eat some of those too.
Every time. All right. So we have that. We'll just give this a style. Title small. Informational. We'll do an orange. Cool. So we'll do that. And then if it's true, we will create a document. Create. And we're going to do an alert or notification here. We're going to add a few things here. At current time. We're going to add the user to be notified, which is the user from the user ref, right? We're going into their profile. We're adding comments. And I guess the idea is that this is maybe a customer. So let's see, description. We could get that from the widget state. We'll just make that the short bio. Owner as well. Authenticated. It's going to be whoever's in the app. Okay. And then notification type, we'll say new comment. Perfect. And we'll do, or maybe a comment. Yeah, we'll just say comments. We can maybe filter our notifications, right, by the type. So we'll do comments. Notification title, you received a new comment. Cool. And then we'll do a snack bar as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. Nope. Say sent to user. Perf. Cool. All right. Now we're going to have to set up a bunch of stuff in order to actually make this work. Like Firebase stuff,
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, that might take some time. You could always just show the...
Oh, Firebase is hooked up. I just need to deploy the rules.
So I gotcha.
I'll do that. Yeah. All right. Everyone comments. Cool. User collection readable to everyone. All right. Also, first time I've hooked up a bunch of user stuff. So we'll see. Hey, we'll see. This should work. That's what live streams are for. No planning, just building. Lots of fun. Any framework for creating native apps like apps easily in FlutterFlow. Cool. Also, guys, for that job post in the community, we will soon have a design position available at FlutterFlow. So,
very nice.
Yeah, keep that in mind, all you designers out there. All right. Cool. So the goal of this is we've set up user settings within the edit profile page of the user, right? Of my user. And we have that here. So we've added a few settings like you and me, right? We have different settings. If the push notifications are turned on, or in this case, the in-app notifications are turned on, and we will receive a notification. And if they are turned off, we will not receive a notification.
Nice.
Now, one last thing we probably need is a notifications page to actually see that. So let's just add a page. Notification list. I think I have a list. And we'll just use this little guy. Pop. Easy as pie. And I'll just give this a backend query of notifications. Filter user to be notified. Perfect. Equal to. So what we're going to have to do is set up 2 accounts. So I'll do this from my other screen. Do it from a private window or something. I'll say notification name here. Title. And then the date of that created time. I wish we would default a time format to something like this. Like just default to this.
Yeah. That could be a good project setting.
Yes. Yep.
That would add it to the wish list. Somebody throw it on there.
For sure. For sure. That's actually an excellent wish list. I'll say notification type. All right, cool. So these are just, these will be notifications. And we will add this. Well, we actually already have, you know what? I'm going to replace one of the screens. On the home screen. I think customers and contracts are probably, no, well, we need both of those. It's okay. I'll just add one. Let's go ahead and add one of these. And if you guys ever wonder how to build these responsive applications, we'll have more of those. Have more of those building sessions.
Something we're always working on at FlutterFlow, and I think that's something that will be definitely continuing to improve over the next several months. Just different like templates and tutorials and all that stuff, right? We're moving so fast.
Yep.
There's a lot to do in different areas.
Yep. And I've essentially set this nav bar up. This is a sort of like our web view nav bar. And I just have one parameter on this, and then I'm setting a bunch of styles. I have one parameter, selected nav, and then I'm setting all of these icons and the things that will change based off of that number, and then setting that number on each page. Just so you guys know, like, this is marvelous, dude. Abel and Alex were like, "Oh yeah, just do that." Like, because if I had this many nav things, I would have like 24 parameters, you know, for each individual thing. And they were like, "Why not just set a selected nav?" I was like, "Oh, genius, brilliant."
Wait, what? Oh, integer and then like 1, 2.
Yeah. So like, and then on this notifications
true
page,
or false, or
yeah, you just like,
let's
see, I'm gonna do. Hey, again, this is just us building, so we'll wrap this in a little row. Oh, probably need this in a shrink wrap. Yeah, we'll just wrap this in a container for now. Okay. 70 desktop. Cool. We'll wrap this guy in a row.
Nice.
And then we'll drag in our nav bar, which is, we can search for it. This guy. Cool. Perfect. And I want that to go over here. I want this row to be top. I want this container to flow in the middle, right? And we need to expand it in order for that to happen. That's cool. Perfect. Yeah. And then now we just need to set this action up to navigate to notifications. Notifications. Cool. Instant. Perfect. And 6.
That's a wish list item I just recognized. Removing the default drop shadow on the language picker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there's a lot of easy ways. You just add a drop down or all sorts of different things.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty good. Nice.
Hey, I know. I mean, you know, we try.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Let's see. Our little. Need to add this. Cool. Yeah. All right. Let's see if this works. So we set up the logic, right, for both the profile here. Can edit this and turn on push notifications, in-app notifications, and save it. And then if we come back, right, those, boom, right. Oh, shoot, dude. Share the tab instead. All right. So I have this, right? Boom. Email notifications. We'll just save that. And as we come back to it, they're saved. This is excellent. This is exactly what we want. We have a list of notifications. We don't have an empty list view, and this one isn't being selected. So, but as you can see, this is what I mean by that. Have these little, oh no, that customers list is buggy. I wonder what's on that customer list and why that's buggy. Huh. Interesting. We sort of need that. So just go ahead and copy this list.
Yeah, so we're seeing the test mode right now.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
I'm going to
That's me.
Share this tab instead.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just going to drag my little list view of users here because I actually need this list view. So I can click into the user and then I can go to the user and create a comment and all that fun stuff. So I'll reload the test mode and we'll play around. Let's see. Okay. contracts. Perfect. Okay, we're getting our clients. They're just loading.
Nice.
Great, everything. Oh, you know what? I should probably limit this because there's actually a bunch of users, and right now I didn't set up infinite scroll. What was I thinking? Or you know what? Let's just go ahead and limit it. I'm just gonna limit it. We're gonna say 10, and we're gonna say pull to refresh, and we're gonna actually do increasing, because that'll give me my user. That'll be perfect. Do we need to Firestore security rules? Yes. Oh, wait, that's done. We should have an index that we need to deploy. Maybe not.
Yeah, I feel like the indexes are kind of odd, right? Sometimes they say that you need to deploy it. Sometimes they don't. I don't know what the rule is there. But.
Okay, so good. This is a great question. I'm going to post to Roseman. Regarding nav bar, is it better to create few pages with the same nav bar component on them, or a page with a nav bar and conditional builder containing different pages? Please don't do the second. I think that would be terrible from a performance standpoint. So you can do that. One, it'll bog down FlutterFlow. It'll be terrible. Two, I think it'll bog down your actual application as well. So I would always just create one navbar component. Man, that page just really messed up. Come here. Say 8. Yeah, just one navbar component and then multiple pages, and then create your stuff on the multiple pages. Would be the best.
So make sure if you create, like, if you do multiple nav bars, make sure to toggle on, but you create them yourself. Make sure to toggle on hide when the keyboard is active.
Yes.
One thing that I see people forget every once in a while.
Cool. Let's see. And I've never had this. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's that action component. Passing parameters. Looky there. We didn't do this. Update page after. I don't know what this is for. Sorry, guys. This is the first time I'm using action blocks, so forgive me.
Honestly, it's good to see. It's good experimentation, right?
Yeah, I think so too. It's good. Cool. We'll do that. I made this. Oh, sorry. I wasn't showing my screen. So I added on this container, I didn't add the parameter for the user ref over here. And then I don't know what this app update the current page after calling this action block. I mean, not really a need, but we'll just do that. Come over and test it and see what we get now.
Wow, that's interesting. I haven't heard of that, but technically you could do that, I guess. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Listen to this one.
Tab bar?
Yeah, using the tab bar as the nav. Because hear me out. Technically, that would keep the menu always active at the bottom of the screen. So like you would get that UI experience, but yeah, that's interesting. I don't know about that one. Probably not best practice by any means. But you could do it, maybe.
Yeah. So I ran into a little problem with, for some reason, my trying to find user edit. Yeah. I'm gonna do a couple things here. For some reason, that action block is not working. Like I'm clicking on it, not working. So user ref, I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna try to just make it, an actual action. And then we'll just like share. We're gonna click into that user profile. Whoa, 21. All right. We're gonna make this a non-required. I don't want to go through and edit all that. But we'll do this action user details. Oh, you know what? We'll actually do the dialog. Since we're doing desktop, we'll do the dialog, custom dialog, user details main. I want modal. I want modal user. Okay. So pass that user ref in from this. Okay, perfect. You don't need a barrier color. So let's make that transparent and non-blocking. Cool, let's do that. Last thing we need to do is actually pass this user ref here. Well, you guys really, hey, we started this year with not passing, not doing Firebase at all. Now we're heavily doing Firebase in these live streams. So I hope that is helpful.
Very.
I hope so. Because really, there's so much you can do. I mean, we haven't touched code, right? We haven't touched code. As a no coder, that's amazing. Like all this stuff, I will barely ever touch code because I am the definition of a no coder. I'm a designer. But yeah, seems to be pretty good. Edit. All right, null value. All right, we're throwing something here. Oh, you know what? I bet you we need. We don't have a user profile or something. Let's go ahead. Thank you guys for sticking with us through the challenges.
Yeah, please ask more questions. There haven't been as many questions today as there are normally. So
there's one with two admin notifications. I like this one because I think this is a common use case. Weird bug with push notifications. 2 apps, admin, user app. Notifications from the user app opens the admin app when clicked on. Interesting.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding.
Yeah. User app.
Oh, I see. You have 2. Okay, that's a dynamic link issue. You need to make sure that I see. That's pretty tricky. They're using the same backend, so they're generating dynamic links most likely. So you're going to have to make sure that both FlutterFlow projects have different base URLs, because otherwise you're generating the same dynamic link. So it's it's trying to open an app with the same URL. That could most likely be the issue.
Okay. Hey, we got there. We got exactly where we wanted to.
Okay.
Create note. So
nice.
I need to actually do this from another user. But hello, this is awesome. I hope it works. We'll create now. Boom, notification sent to user. That's great. Now we can go to notifications. We're not going to get anything. Oh, you received a new comment. Okay, cool. Hey, that works. Let's see where that is and why we did that. So if we go to the notifications page here, we are querying this based off of user to be notified, user reference. Okay. Oh yeah, new comment. Let's not do this notification type. Let's do description. That's what we should do. Description here. Yeah, perfect. Cool. All right, we'll do that. And then if we come to the create comment, we are notifying allow in-app notifications. Cool. Reference. User ref print. Oh, you know what? Because I clicked on myself. Hello. That worked though. Hey, that worked. All good. We can send it to myself. So that's why it showed up there. Cool. Hey, that's great. This is what we'll do. That's actually literally perfect. What we'll do is we'll reload the app and I'll change my settings and we'll showcase it with not sending the notification. So let's see. When using API calls, is there a way to call different endpoints depending on the environment, debug stage prod, or even based on a user setting? That's a great question. We should have a developer comment about that. Not me. You probably don't want me to comment on that. So turn off in-app notifications to ourselves, right? We're going to save this and we're going to come back to contracts, edit this.
Yeah, you couldn't use there's no way to do that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to necessarily specify. But
yeah. You get this message. Create note. Notifications have been turned off from the user. Sick, dude. So we tried to create the message. All it did was say no, which is fine. We probably need this. So yeah, we don't get this. What we can do is we want an action after we create the note, either way, just to like dismiss. Bottom sheet, right? And same thing here. Dismiss. Cool. I'm really happy with that. Actually, we accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. We accomplished for the use case of ourselves. You can do this with other users, obviously, but we don't have 2 accounts going. So, and then one other thing I want to do here, we have contracts. I sort of do want a barrier color here. Realize I did not have a barrier color. So perfect. We're going to share this tab instead. And what we'll do is we'll just go through that again and see myself get another notification. So this is let's see, do you know how to hover style and container? Need to build custom nav button, have option to change style and mouse hover. Yes, yes. Wotek. I think that's how you say it. It's a Polish name, I think. I knew actually Votek, something like that. Anyways, please don't get mad at me for mispronouncing your name. But yes, you can do that, and I'll show you how I did that because I have that in this application. First of all, let's go ahead and do light mode, and then let's turn on in-app notifications again. We'll save our settings, and I wanted to do light mode so that you could see this. So on here, we have these. These are on hover. I'm changing the background color. Wotek, so this is it, and I'll show you how to do that. But first, we're going to go over this. Oh, I probably need to instant reload just because my overlay is not there. I want my overlay to be there. Okay, contracts. Here, edit. Perfect. Leave a comment. Hey, you are awesome. Thanks for messing this up. Create note. Boom. Notification sent to the user. We probably need to edit out some of those. Come back here and we got a new comment. Hey, look at that. Sick.
Nice.
All right. So let's go back to our CRM. We'll go to our user drop-down edit. I'll zoom up on this, and I'll make my widget tree a little larger. So use the mouse region widget. Votek. You can do that. And then when you wrap a container in a mouse region widget, what you can do, there's 2 things you should do. You need to do. One, turn on implicit animated, right? Implicitly animated. And then do like a 150, 100, 200 ms duration. And then you can set the fill color on an if then else statement. And you get the ability to sort of click here, right? This mouse region, when it's hovered, show this value. When it's not hovered, show this value. That is how you do it. It's very easy. But you can do that on the nav bar as well, right? We could set this up on the main nav. Here, we could have wrapped all of these in mouse region widgets if we wanted to. I don't have that, so let's see, 6. Yeah, I set that for 6. Why is that not showing up? 6. Okay. All right. Cool. Sorry. Oh yeah, it is showing up now. Cool. Sorry, I just wanted to see this.
Hey.
So.
All right.
Yeah. We don't need that header. But yeah, it's not bad. I think we accomplished what we wanted to.
Nice.
On an hour.
Yeah, that looks great.
So I hope that's
one
helpful.
question. Yeah, one question I did want to address. Kevin asked a great question. FlutterFlow recently updated their terms of service to include a language around intellectual property rights. Was that a result of Instagram, Spotify, and Threads clones in the marketplace? Just curious. Great question. There's been a lot of questions about this. People have created some videos. We'll probably be coming out with some like updated descriptions potentially, because I think people are maybe getting confused just with like terminology and language use. But one thing to recognize is that FlutterFlow is a visual builder utilizing Flutter code, right? And so there's this challenge between you're creating code on the platform, but note that FlutterFlow as a platform is also using a lot of open source packages. Okay, so technically when you export your code, we're being almost like this transitionary tool between other people's open source packages that they have created, right? Therefore, like we don't, like we can't claim ownership of that. We can't claim ownership of your project at all times. Like the IP remains yours as long as you're not utilizing third-party packages claiming to be yours as well, right? So like the power of FlutterFlow lies in the fact that you can add these custom packages. You can utilize these pre-configured pub dev packages that FlutterFlow as a platform has already put in. So that's where there's kind of that fine line between like, yes, you have ownership of the code that you've written, but just note that you don't have ownership of everything because technically we're providing you open source packages that cannot be owned, right? These are public packages created by other people. So you own your project, you own your IP, all of that. We just can't make the claim that you own 100% of your project because some of the packages you're using are open source. We don't have ownership of that. FlutterFlow, you can't claim ownership to those either because they're publicly accessible in public domain of sorts on PubDev.
Cool.
So,
dude, that's great. And guys, thank you again for joining. Thanks for being here. Next week we'll go over some fun updates. Here I'll showcase one of them. I'll just showcase. We have a cool little feature. Test mode. Share this tab instead.
nice.
Yeah, contracts. All right, so we have this fun little. Well, you can't even see it in test mode, but maybe something hero-y will happen soon to things other than images. We'll see.
Nice.
So
very exciting. Be on the lookout for that. I'm sure there'll be some great examples, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
So cool, guys. Thank you again. Have a wonderful Thursday. Wonderful rest of your week. Thank you again for just being here and for building in FlutterFlow. I hope that this helps you build better experiences for your end users and opens up new use cases. Like maybe this sort of sparks something that you didn't know was possible, hopefully. And then you can apply it to something else. I don't do a perfect job of going through everything, but hopefully it's beneficial. So thank you, guys.